we have seen up to the section 3. So we will be starting with the section 4, description of vendor evaluation in SAP S/4HANA. So I will take you to this Excel sheet. So these are vendor evaluation points in SAP S/4HANA. What are the important points? As I showed you the sheet, that document which shows you that what is the difference between the vendor, the approach that we are taking for vendor evaluation in SAP ECC and SAP S/4HANA. I told you that we can take the advantage of the purchasing categories. So we have to understand that what does a purchasing category mean, and this is a new concept that has been brought into SAP S/4HANA, especially to do the vendor evaluation. And we will be doing most of the exercise for the vendor evaluation in SAP S/4HANA in Fiori. Okay, so, and I highlighted that there are a lot of intuitive apps that you can use in Fiori, and you can get the graphical representation out of the apps, and which will show you the vendor evaluation very nicely compared to the vendor evaluation that we did in SAP ECC. Okay, so first let us start with the purchasing categories. What do we mean by purchasing categories? In purchasing categories, we will have similar expenditure items that can be grouped into purchasing categories. Customer can group material groups into purchasing categories, help to organize and analyze spend. The purchasing categories are used for the following: supplier evaluation process for soft facts, but purchasing real-time analytics as separate views. So this I've told that it is very important that you have to create the purchasing categories in the managed purchasing category through the managed purchasing categories app. And in that managed purchasing categories app, what will be the details that will be there? There will be the purchaser, there will be the list of suppliers that we want to evaluate, and there will be also the material group on which we want to evaluate the suppliers. Okay. So that is the first point, and I will also tell you some of the advantages here. Okay. Manage suppliers according to specific categories of goods and services, for example, hardware, software, or installation or maintenance. Monitor the pool of suppliers and optimize the purchasing process. They are also important structural element in supplier evaluation process to compare the evaluations of all suppliers in the same purchasing category. And this is the most important point, that no purchasers can complain that they have been evaluated on different material groups. Okay, on a single material group, we are evaluating 3 suppliers. So we will be able to explain the suppliers that we are giving them a common platform on which they will be evaluated. Okay, there will be no partiality from our side that to this supplier we have given more score, the second supplier we have given less score, third supplier we have given the best score, or the suppliers cannot complain that that it is very difficult to procure this material because this material is very less available in the market, so it is more time consuming for me to deliver the materials, and you are evaluating the second supplier on a very easy material that is very easy to procure, so he is delivering you on time. So that type of problems we erase by using the purchasing category in the vendor evaluation in SAP S/4HANA through the help of purchasing categories. Now the second thing that was not there in SAP ECC was that the vendors could not be evaluated on soft facts. Now this I want to tell you in detail, as I told you the purchasing category. So this was not existing in ERP. Customers can define questionnaires and send them to employees or peers in the organization to get feedback about the performance of the suppliers. I have done 2 questions. You can make 9 or 10 or 20 or 30 questions. This enriches the existing supplier evaluation for hard facts in SAP S/4HANA. Hard facts, what is that? I told you price, quantity, delivery, service. All these are hard facts. Hard facts is the transactions will happen in the SAP, in SAP, and those transactions will give me the data and the scores will come for the vendors. Those are called hard facts. Soft facts are questionnaires. In the future, a combined hard and soft facts evaluation is planned for real-time analytics, showing both scores next to each other in one screen. So we go to the next point. With the supplier evaluation, you can continuously analyze your suppliers, and it allows to evaluate and monitor the performance of your suppliers based on automated and real-time calculation of business documents in your operational, procurement, and manual questionnaires. SAP S/4HANA offers supplier scores based on hard facts, for example, automatically detected criteria such as on-time delivery, as well as regular evaluation of soft facts. These are questionnaires. Supplier evaluation features of SAP S/4HANA. The suppliers soft fact evaluations based on questionnaires, definition of appraisers. We will do the definition of the appraisers who will appraise the suppliers. Questions and questionnaires are completely configurable with individual and overall weighting. Define a target and minimum score, and also the maximum score, and also the target score. And we can see all evaluation responses in a list of flexible search and filter criteria. These are the apps that we are going to use to generate the questionnaires. Okay, so it would be better if I show you in the screen. Okay, that is the evaluation questionnaire, supplier evaluation template, supplier evaluation response, evaluation scorecard. Okay, now coming to the hard facts, supplier evaluation in SAP S/4HANA is based on the following: by purchasing category and based on the logistics information system. As because we are in the purchasing category, the scores, the advantage of purchasing category is that the scores are available at the client level. The available criteria are quantity, quality, time, price, and questionnaires. Scores are available at the real time. You don't have to wait for the system to generate the data. It will be available in the real time. Now, I will show you the customizing settings for the purchase category activation, because this is one of the SPRO setting that was not present in ECC and it is present in SAP S/4HANA. If you look closely, that I will be going to the same SPRO path, to the same SPRO path what I showed you in SAP ECC. So I'll be going to materials management, I'll be going to purchasing, I will be going to supplier evaluation. Then you can see that purchasing, I'll be going to supplier evaluation. Yeah, supplier evaluation. And I will go to supplier evaluation by purchasing category. You will see that determined criteria that we saw in ECC, it is there here also. In determine in here, we are telling about the main criteria. If you see the main criteria in SAP ECC, you will see this questionnaire is missing, and here the questionnaire has come, and we have given a weightage of 20% of the questionnaire. Okay, so and if you go here, determination criteria score, all the things remain same, only the questionnaires, sure, it will be added here. You can add it here by putting new entries. Okay, as because the drop down is already there, here you can add. And the most important thing is this: the switch to supplier evaluation by purchasing category. You have to switch the status, then the system will understand, yes, through purchasing category you want to evaluate your vendors. Okay. So this is the SPRO setting that we need to do. Other things remain the same. The purchasing organization data that we saw here we are going to use the purchasing organization 1710. Okay, you can see the main criteria here, the main criteria here, the main criteria, here the main criteria. You can see the sub criteria, you can see the quantity, you can see the on-time delivery, because this is easy to understand, on-time delivery. Okay, and you can see point scores on the automatic criteria also. Okay, so let us go and see. Okay, so let us go to the further points. So we have understood the main points, that one is purchasing category, the second is questionnaire. Okay, how the questionnaires can be used, and we will go through the individual apps to create the questionnaires. Okay, so, and we saw also the customizing setting for the supplier evaluation by purchase category activation. So let us see the main advantage of the supplier evaluation of purchasing category. The main advantage of supplier evaluation by purchasing category is that the scores are calculated on the client level. From this score, you can use the drill down functions to see the scores based on purchasing group, purchasing organization, purchasing category, material group, by plant, or by documents. So such a wide range of drill down functions to evaluate the vendors through purchasing category, it is available in SAP S/4HANA. That is not available in ECC. Okay, that I've already explained you when I showed you the comparison. Now there are some. Now we can find out through the apps the overall supplier evaluation, that how much did the vendor score on price, how much did the vendor score on quantity, how much did the vendor score on quality, how much did the vendor score on questionnaires individually. Or we can see the overall supplier evaluation, that how much did the vendor score on both the soft facts and the hard facts. That is called the overall supplier evaluation. Operational supplier evaluation, through this app, we can see the score of the vendor only on the hard facts. Okay, hard facts we have already seen here. Hard facts is quantity, quality, time, price. Okay, so these are the hard facts. Questionnaire is always soft facts. Now, and we can also see that supplier evaluation by quantity, supplier evaluation by time, and also supplier evaluation by price, and supplier evaluation by quality. Okay, that means, and we can also see supplier evaluation by quality notification. That means what we can see the overall what is the score of the vendor based on the soft facts and hard facts combined. We can see the operational supplier evaluation, that is quantity, time, price, quality. We can see, and we can also see the individual hard facts also. That means we can evaluate the suppliers based on only time. Okay, that at that time we have to open this app. So I have listed down a list of apps. There are Fiori apps for supplier evaluation by questionnaire, manage questions, manage questionnaires, supplier evaluation by questionnaire, manage templates, evaluate supplier, monitor responses. So first we are going to design the questionnaires. Okay, then after that we will bring the hard facts also into account and do the supplier evaluation. So I have maintained one test data. Okay, first we will create the purchasing category. I will take these three suppliers, this material group, and my purchasing category. I will hide this. This was my last data. This is the data through which I will be doing. So I will be creating the purchase category. The name of the purchase category will be test purchasing category. This will be the name. I will underline it. So here the material group will be there. Material group will be L001. We know material group is in the basic data 1 of the material master. We will choose these suppliers, these three suppliers who are already there. Okay, and we will do the manage questions. After that, in the manage questions, we will create a group, we will create a section, and we'll create questions under the sections. In this create question under the sections, what shall I do? I have already created 2 questions, so that I will be reusing. Okay, so let us first start with the purchasing category. So we will use this app, manage purchasing category. Correct. So we will go here. We will go to the Control D. We will go to Google Chrome. We will start the Fiori. We'll put it user ID password. Put the password, Control D. Hold on. So guys, you have to be a little bit patient because sometimes the theory becomes a little bit slow. So it is not so fast as ECC because this is a demo version. So we'll start with the first app, Control D. So we'll take the name of the app. This is the application. I've given the columns, step number, details of the step, what I'm going to do in the step, a brief description, and what is the data I'm going to use. Data to be used. Data to be used. Data to be used. Or the data that will be, or the data that will be created. Yeah. So we'll give it a color. I like putting that. So it is easy for us to differentiate. So we put this app, Control C. Control V. It comes up. But click in the middle. So we have to go to create. Put the name from here. Add the supplier. So suppliers, I'll take it from here. See, put the supplier ID, Control V, put it a go. Supplier comes here. Okay. Again, another supplier will add. Control V. Copy paste from here. Oh, yes, he's also there. And we can scroll down and add employee. And we'll go. I can add a language also if language conversion is required. I will leave it blank. It will not disturb me. Now I add the material group. So just a word of caution here, when you will be creating the documents based on, because these three suppliers will be evaluated equally, correct? These three, when you are creating the documents, that will give out the results of the scores of these vendors. Please use the material that has got this material group. Otherwise, different materials will not give you the results that you want. So everything is here, I guess. Vendors are there. It is active. So we'll just check the employee. This employee is also there. Save it. Data saved successfully. So we can close this. So we can refresh this, and we will see that whether our purchasing category has got created correctly or not. Yes, my purchasing category is created. 43 is the number. This purchasing category is got created. So it will be done. Okay. So now going to the this section will be a little bit more. So we'll go to manage sections, manage questions. We'll go here, manage questions. Yes, manage questions evaluation. Yep. So now, so we will go according to the steps. What we will do first, we will do the groups, then groups after the sections, like that. And see, two questions I've already made here, so I can make the questions also. So first, I can make the questions also. So these two questions I've made. The question name is, how many resources do you have in purchase department? Okay, so okay, so first we will take the group. We will delete the group. Okay, we'll create a new group. We'll create a new group. No problem. So we'll create the group. Test question group. B. Save. Now go to the sections. New. We'll create this. Put the test section print. And I will select the group from here. This is my group. Section title I can give the same. Explanation. I will put the question section shall be used to evaluate the vendors. Evaluate the vendors in textile material. So I do not put inactive. We should put active. Created by okay. This is not mandatory. Let me see all the things I do. Save. Save. We will go to the questions. So I can put it here. I can put it here. I can create new questions also. So I'll explain you about the questions now. So the first question, how many days is required for subsequent delivery? How many days is required for subsequent delivery? I have written one question text. Subsequent delivery means a delivery when a vendor does not send or misses to send the total quantity in the purchase order in the first delivery. So he will send in a subsequent delivery. Subsequent delivery means the same thing. I've written answers. Now, if I go to the answers, see. Now, if the answer is 1 day, where the vendor takes only 1 day to give a subsequent delivery, the vendor will get a score of 100. For 2 days, if the answer is 2 days, he will get a score of 75. 3 days, 50. 4 days, 25. And if it is 5 days, he will get 0. So same way I have created the first question. How many resources do you have in purchase department? Because if he has got less resources, he will be able to execute the purchase order in more time, and I will get the goods late. So I want to know how many resources does he have in his purchase department to process my purchase order. So here answers are there. So if it is 5, if the appraiser gives the vendor a rating of, if a rating of 5, he gets a score 100. If 4, 75. If 3, 50. If 2, it is 25. If it is 1, it is 0. So now I will just save it. I'll just now save it. Save not required. Okay. So this is done. So this is done. So next, this is done. So I have to go to manage questionnaires now. I have to go to manage questionnaires now. So these are in the manage questionnaires. What I will do, I will add here. If you see the purchase category and all that is not coming in between. Okay, groups if I go, sections if I go, nowhere I have introduced the purchasing category. Now I have to join the purchasing category with these sections groups. Okay, so that activity I will do now through this app, through this manage questionnaires. And obviously one word of caution that after you finish creating, do not forget it to release both for manage questionnaires and manage templates. Otherwise, you will not be able to see it. So this is a word of caution you should really have in your mind. So we can close. We can go from this section itself. Control V. Manage questionnaires. Now we'll go to the manage questionnaires evaluation. This is one of the important steps that we need to do. So again, we have to go to create. Yes. So my name will be this one, test questionnaire 12/07/2020. Control C. So we go to that section. Section name. We've got the section here. Okay. That question. Add these 2 questions. Okay. Here you have to add your purchasing category. So we'll just go here. So minimum score accepted is, we'll put it as some 25. We'll put it as 25. Target score is 75. Minimum score is 25. So within this score, they'll be evaluated. section, the section. Okay, so save it. It might throw an error. If it throws an error, that so then you go to these languages for external questionnaire name and just put the same name. Save, but do not forget to release. I have told you, release minimum score must not be higher than the target score. Okay, target score. Now we'll put it 75. 75. Okay. I'll put it 75. 75. 75. 70. Successfully release it. So we are done for this. So I will write it as done. Done. Now we have to create the template, manage templates. Exactly, if you see how I have told you, I'm going through this. So these are the SAP Fiori apps that are used for designing the questionnaires. So manage templates will do. So what we do here, so what we did to manage questionnaires, purchasing category, we added the section, add the questions under the section, 3 activities we did. In the manage templates, what we will do, we'll create a template, maintain the list of the appraisers who are going to appraise the vendors. We will put the supplier peer group, that is we are going to add the suppliers and attach the questionnaire from the step 3. Okay, so with this step all the points will be joined together. We go to manage templates, we'll go here, so we will close it. We don't need this, we don't need this. So many sessions should not be open, it will confuse you. Control V. So I will go here. Test template. Again here we should, again here the release step will come. We should not forget to release. So we'll start it from here. Control V. We'll put the purchasing category here. We'll put the appraisers here. Add appraiser. I'll keep my user ID as the appraiser, not a problem. Okay. We have to go to supplier peer group. Here we have to add supplier, and we will add the suppliers as we from the first step, because those suppliers will be questioned according to the question. Control V. Go here. Okay. Control D. Go. Control C. You can add supplier. Go. Okay. The supplier will go. Control C. Yeah, he has come. He has come. Another supplier I will go. Control V I will go. Okay. All the 3 email IDs are also there. Questionnaires I will go. And questionnaire I will go. We will cut all this. No need of all this. Because sometimes it will not show. So we'll put this questionnaire. Okay. Evaluation history, leave it. Assignment. Appraiser for the 3, all the 3 suppliers are all assigned. Communication with appraiser. Here I have to give the external template name. I can copy paste this one. Paste template. Control C. Save it. Enter a valid email address. We have to put the email address. Save it. Everything is there. So save it. Hit save. It's not required. Release it. So data saved successfully. It has been released. Save it. Now you have to do one thing from here. What you have to do? From here only, you have to start this group-based evaluation request. Initiate the evaluation request creation. From here, you have to do the evaluation request creation. Okay. Otherwise, the next step, you will not be able to see the evaluation request when you try to evaluate the suppliers. So first, the request has to be created. Start group-based evaluation. Create supplier evaluation request. So this another app opens. You can copy paste this app also and start doing from the find, but not a problem. You can do for the managed templates also. Control D. So I will put this test evaluation request. Response deadline is, I will give us suppose 2021, and the vendor will be evaluated between 11th to 31st. Go to questionnaires. Yes. Supplier peer group, all are here. Appraisers here. Assignment is all here. So submit evaluation request. Data saved successfully. So you have created the so you have done the managed templates. From there you have created the evaluation request. Now you have to go to evaluate suppliers. Evaluate suppliers. Control C. Let us close one by one. We will not keep so many. So this will open. Yeah. So we have got the app. Yeah. You see my template has come here. Test template, new. So what I will do, I will go here. And go to next. So I will give this one 2 days. And I'll give 4 here. Submit. Yes, okay. Overall score has come here 75. Come back. So I will evaluate the second one. Oh, sorry. I have to submit it. I did not submit it. Today's before submit. Okay. Do not forget to submit, please. So it has got submitted. So the first vendor has been evaluated. So we'll do the further evaluations for the new. So we'll go to here. We'll go to next. So we'll go to 3 days, 3, and we'll save it. Save it as a draft in process, and we can now submit it. We can now submit it. Yes. Yes, it has been submitted. So we can go back. We can go back. So we can see under our test template 12/07/2020, 12/07/2020, all has been submitted, and we can go inside and check the scores. First is 75. The second one we'll see what it is, 75, and third one also. Okay, we'll see it 50. So overall score is 50. Third one. So all the 3 vendors has been evaluated. Okay, so now we'll go to what we'll do. We'll go to evaluate suppliers is done. This is done. This is also it has done. So Control C. It has been done. Has been done. Has been done. See, you have to process the steps in a sequential way. The responses along with the status and scores can be monitored. Monitor responses and display the scorecard. You can go to this app and see what this app does. Control V. By the way, side by side, without wasting the time, I can open this app also. Supplier evaluation by questionnaire. In this, I can open. Yes, you can see the supplier evaluation by questionnaire. So previous year to date. Okay, here you can give the relative date functions. The date ranges. It is actually the date ranges you want to see. Okay, you can go to adapt filters, more filters. You can go to supplier. Okay, you can put, or else you can do one thing. You can go here. You can go to supplier. You can select the suppliers you want. You want to select 3 suppliers, right? So what are the 3 suppliers ending with 82, 81, and 80? So let us see. This one, this one, this one. Okay, go. So it shows me the overall picture that how they have been rated on the questionnaires. Two of the suppliers got the same rating. One supplier got a different rating. Okay, so now, and it is very much real time. Okay, so this, first of all, we should understand this particular concept was not available in our ECC. We can see by purchasing category also. Okay, test purchasing category. These are purchasing category for the total score, cumulative score. What they've got is this one. Because if you go to this one, sorry, if I go to something, if I go to search, if I go to calculator, you can see calculator is there. Yeah, calculator. You see, 2 vendors have got 75 plus 75. Another vendor has got 50. So divided by 3 is 66.66. Exactly, that's the score is coming here. Is the overall score of the total number of vendors in the purchasing category. So many things we can really do it here. Okay, we can really do it here. Okay, we can now. So we can change it again. We can bring it to supplier. Okay, so now we can also change the graphs. We can also change the graphs. Suppose I want to go to tabular view. We can see the tabular view scores also. Okay, again we want to come here. We can come here. Again we want to go to chart view. We can go to chart view. So now with this we can see the mini charts also. But these mini charts I will show it to you in the later stages. So now first we have evaluated the vendors on the questionnaire. Now we want to add this evaluation score. This is the soft fact. We want to add this evaluation score to the hard fact. So what we have to do? So we have to give this score a weightage. How do we get the weightage? We will go to this one. Supplier evaluation, weighting, and scoring. We have to go to this one. We have to go to this side. This is also a very important app where we actually distribute the 100% score of an entire vendor on the between the hard facts and the soft facts. Yeah, it's come. Now what we have to do? We have to strike in this plus. Add. The purchasing category will come here. Our purchasing category is 43. So now what we have to do? We have to now distribute the scores. 100% will be distributed. So among what questionnaires? Obviously, I will say this time. Okay, I will quantity. So what I will give? I will give a percentage here. How much? 50. For me, time, quantity is the most important thing. Time is okay, 25 I will give. This I will give as 25. Save. Okay. So now where did my more? Yeah, it will come. Time price is there. Okay. So I'll go here. I'll go to time. So here, if it is 100, variance time in days is 100 days. That is between the delivery date in the purchase order and the delivery date in the MIGO. If it is variance time in days is 100, you will get a variance score of 1. If it is minus 100, okay, variance score of 1. If it is plus 1, 90, like that. Okay, it is distributed. From where it is coming? It is coming from SPRO. Or we could have, we can edit it also. If we don't need so much intervals, we can edit it also. But let me keep, because these are exhaustive intervals, let us keep this. We will do the evaluation on this. No problem. After that, on this is 12.7 on price. Price is 0. Okay. Questionnaire is 25 I have given. Questionnaire is shaded here because the questionnaire will come from the other apps. Here we cannot do the questionnaires because questionnaires, the answers are already given, okay, in the other apps. So this is quality notification. Okay, so time. Okay, so this quantity, this is time. Okay, so everything is done. Okay, just I want to check one time. This is quantity. Yes, quantity also same thing. So this is quantity. Quantity. Why quantity is coming? Quantity variance percentage. Okay. Now see if the variance is suppose 10%, 10% variance. Okay, 10% variance. The score is 80. Now this side is the minus side. This side is the plus, positive side. Positive side. And if it is 0%, you get full 100 points. Full 100 points. Variance score 100. So this is the goods, the quantity in the MIGO minus the quantity in the purchase order. Okay. So this is, so it will come out. So now we can now do the respective transactions. We can create the data on which these vendors will be evaluated. What we will do? So we'll create 3 purchase orders, 3 goods receipts, and we will vary the date that will give reflection of the time, and we will also reflection of the quantity. And already the questionnaires score is already there. So from the score of the questionnaire, 25% is going to come. That is one vendor scored 75, correct? 75 multiplied by 25 divided by 100. So out of 100, 18.75 marks will come from the questionnaire. The rest will come from the time and quantity and will be added and calculated over 100. For each of the vendors, the same thing will be done. Okay. So what we will do? We will go to purchase order creation. Again, we can do it through Fiori apps also, purchase order creation. We can do the Amigo through Fiori apps. But here, why I want to do through the classical transactions is because the things will be really very fast. Okay. So I will go to /NME21N. I'll take the first vendor. because sometimes in Fury apps it might take a little bit more time.